Stitchless TV, and today I'm going to show you what I would do with a really boring cardigan. Now the thing about really boring cardigans is that, I don't know if you realise, but with steam you can completely reshape them. As you can see, it is quite oversized already, but I want it ridiculous oversized. So it's very, very easy. All we do is we get the iron, and using steam we can completely reshape it. So watch this. I'm pulling the cardigan, really pulling it, really pulling it, and applying loads and loads of steam. You can see how narrow it is there, but look, if I completely pull it, really pull it, then that will be the shape that it will end up holding after I've steamed it. So that took me seconds to do that. Can you see how much longer it is at the front? Now I'm going to start focusing on the back, because I think I almost want it to go really A-line at the back. So we're going to start really stretching out that back. Often what happens is, or you can encourage this to happen, say you've got a cardigan that's kind of a bit long but not so wide. If you really stretch it out, it will come up a bit shorter but then go wider. It's a brilliant way of transforming your cardigan. So I'm going to start working on that back bit now. I'm really stretching it along the hem, really pulling and pulling it as much as it will go, and then holding it in place there with the steam. But then you need to sort of gradually go a little bit higher as well, because otherwise you'll get a bulge at the bottom, but you might want a bulge at the bottom. And then work your way coming, so you're kind of graduating the stretch to where you did it before. So you basically then start working all over the garment. Just keep trying it on, because you can't really know how it's going to look until you try it on, and you don't want to stretch a bit and then regret it. So it's a very good idea. Look at that, you see? That is brilliant, isn't it? Wow, I love it. Now you see, even if I say so myself, I rather cleverly didn't stretch it across the back, knowing that if I just stretched it across the bottom, I would possibly get this really wicked, look at that, really wicked draping effect. Now when you're totally happy with how big or stretched your cardigan is, then obviously stop. I'm just going to have a little bit of a go on the sleeves, because I like my sleeves being really wide. Now I have to tell you that I just looked at the label on the cardigan, and it's acrylic. It's 80% acrylic and 20% mohair, but I know it would work even better with pure wool. I just thought I'd show you this. I'm really stretching down the sleeve there, because I thought if I do that, will it end up looking like a kind of puffed sleeve? So I'm making sure I really press it well. So look, it looks like a puff sleeve. How brilliant! It's that trying on moment. I'm boiling as it is, but here we go. Let's have a look. Oh look, look, you see? I'd easily wear that. I love it now, of course I love it, but I really love it. Now this is the bit where your creativity can just go through the roof, okay? Don't be scared. Now we are going to spray paint our cardigan. I don't think you realise how fantastic spray painting fabric can be. On my dress, all the flowers on my dress were white, and I hated them being white. So you know what I did? I just got my spray paint out and I spray painted the flowers, and I've washed it and it's fine. Before we can start spraying, we've got to mask off our buttons. So go around all your buttons with a bit of masking tape and just cover them up. They're all masked off. So now that means we're ready to spray. Now I've decided to keep it simple, which I know is not like me, because really I was thinking of precise spots or stripes. I'm going to do a kind of ombre dip dye look. And when you use these spray paints, you've really got to shake them so well. Really shake them well, so that the stuff inside, whatever it is, really mixes well. You must mask off all of the area that you're working in, because it will just get everywhere. And if you do it inside, make sure that there's a lot of ventilation. Now I've no idea how this is going to turn out, but sometimes you just got to go for it. So here we go. Oh my God. So I'm doing shading from, wow, that is good. Shading from the bottom. I want quite a lot down there. And I'm going to work my way around the bottom. I really love it. Around the bottom of the cardigan, shading. Now I think I can probably come back to it whenever I want. So I'm just going to do this bottom. I know it looks nice like this, and I can feel you all thinking, leave it looks good just like that. Oh, but you know, I may as well. So I've got my other colour here now. I've got my jade, no not jade, turquoise, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to allow it, I think, because I'm making it up as I go, graduate into the other colour. Now remember, you can go over it afterwards, you know, you can keep adding and adding to it. So here goes. Oh, it's nice. Wow, look at that. That is really nice. Actually, what can sometimes happen is when you're spraying and spraying, the nozzle gets a bit clogged up. So either you can take it off and rinse it in some water, or wipe it, or, as I've just done, just change the nozzle. Don't forget to go underneath the armpits, because they'll still show as well. But I've got this metallic stuff because I like it. I do like it. I just feel like it needs roughing up a little bit. So I've got this really metallic stuff, but as you can see, I haven't got very much. I'm not sure. I can't decide. Be brave. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to do a fine spray of this metallic stuff, mainly because I haven't got very much of it. I just want to knock it back a little bit. So here goes. Wish me luck. Right. Fine spray. 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 Oh, it makes it look like mohair. Oh, it makes it look like mohair. I don't know if you can see this, and I'm trying to control myself, but what it's doing is it's picking up all the fluffy bits of wool, and it's making it look like mohair. Look. Can you see? I feel slightly lightheaded, so be careful of that. Make sure if you do it inside, you do it in a well ventilated room. I was outside and I didn't have enough ventilation. Now, do you remember we masked off our buttons, which on reflection now, I'm thinking I'd like them to be silver, but I can do that later. So we've got to take off all the masking tape off our buttons. I've unmasked my buttons, but I don't like them anymore now. I want them to be silver buttons, so I might spray paint them silver later. Now on my sleeves, because I've got, I don't know if it's picking up well on the camera, but I've got all these flecks of silver on my cardigan. So what I want to do is I want to get some silver pieces of leather, and I'm going to just stitch them on there. Just a tip, when you do put your elbow pads on, use some spray adhesive or Bonder web first before you sew them on, because you can completely perfectly position them, and it just makes it so much easier to sew afterwards. I really love it so much. It's just so much more me and so much more wearable being bigger, and I love my swing back. Look at that. And I tell you what, the really good thing about stretching it and then spraying it, even if you did do it a similar colour, is that that spray paint, which is not really meant to be on your nails, but I can't get it off, is holding it in that stretched shape. Now what you have to remember is you need to fix it with heat. Once it's dry, you fix it with heat, which means with an iron, and then don't wash it for about a week. You can wear it, but don't wash it for about a week so that the paint really does take to the fabric. But I love my spray painted cardigan. Now I could have hours of fun embellishing this, doing a rug effect on it maybe, or a bit of embroidery. But I want to see yours. I want to see what you do with your old unwanted cardigan. And go on, please share your results with me on my Facebook page. I love it so much. That's Stitchless TV sewing channel or Stitchless Tree. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.